Hello book lovers of the internet, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I am going to be summarizing this non-fiction book which consists of 124 pages by Amos Oz, I believe, called The Story Begins, and it is a collection of essays on literature. And my honest opinion about this book is this is going to be a very short review because I gave this book 2 stars and I am just very confused regarding what the author was trying to accomplish when writing such a collection of essays. And he just summarized a bunch of texts and added some of his thoughts regarding their introductions. And if I were to be extremely honest, I don't think that he added anything of value to either of the texts or to the lives of aspiring writers, considering that I would like to be a writer one of these days. This book, so to speak, didn't really help with anything. It didn't really help me think about how to better write my introductions. It didn't really make me think about introductions. Most of this essay collection, I suppose, is basically the original text, the original source stolen with permission. Yeah, that's about half the book. So really we're just reading the stories without actually reading much of the author's own work. And he doesn't really go out of his way to give much context from his own point of view. And in my opinion, his only talent seems to be reaching for information which is in there. He seems to overthink everything and think that everything is some sort of metaphor or allegory, which most of the time doesn't make much sense. And sure, I suppose several authors would naturally have several writing styles. It is easily assumed that they wouldn't have to do much in order to have a different writing style, considering that their upbringings are all different and their backgrounds are all different. Yet Oz doesn't do anything to differentiate between one author and the next. He just uses some very vague ideas. He conjures and explains how both authors do it similarly or not, and it made me cringe for the most part. It's not a difficult read, but it's a very boring and dull read, which I wouldn't recommend to anyone. Speaking of his ideas, for a change, because there are very little of his ideas in there, most are general and pointless, and I only rated this 2 stars rather than 1 because the way he summarized certain texts and the way he stole parts of the texts made me want to actually read the stories by the several authors mentioned in this book. And if I was one of the authors analyzed by Oz in this collection, I'd be embarrassed to have been included in a work by him, not because I'd have been doubtful of my own ability to write, but because Oz, in my opinion, is a very poor writer. Now, I've never read anything by him before, fiction-wise, and I don't think I ever will. So this one over here, The Story Begins, is my first and last read by this author, Amos Oz, who, as it turns out, is Jewish as well, and I'm not sure whether I've ever read any books by Jewish authors, but his style in particular, regardless of whether he's Jewish or not, is certainly not for me, and I would avoid him personally. So I hope you enjoyed my thoughts, my own thoughts rather than stolen ones from different people on the platform. And if you did, I hope you can find it in you to subscribe, like, comment, and share, because it will really help make the number of subscribers increase if you do. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one, hopefully very soon.